We definitely think we know our dogs, and most of the time we do, but sometimes our dogs do something we may not fully understand. You might even stand there and remark at your dog about their actions, but don't worry. There's a method to the madness going on here, which is why we made a list of the 9 things dogs do that you never understood why. But before we get into our video today, go ahead and subscribe to our channel to stay up to date on all of our incredible animal content. So let's get into it. Has your dog ever decided to have a sudden burst of speed and zoom around the house with no restraint, if only for a few seconds? Well, zoomies, as they're called, are actually easily explained. The dog is happy or excited, so they decide to let off plenty of excess energy outside or in the home. If your dog is doing this, there's a good chance they're very content with everything, and it's a simple, healthy behavior. Just watch out as to not have them run into anything. Occasionally, you might find your dog chasing their own tail. While amusing, you should make sure everything is okay with your dog. For the most part, dogs will chase their tails for excitement, but if your dog continues to do it consistently, there might be something else at work. If your dog is constantly chasing its tail, it's best to take a trip to the veterinarian so that you can determine whether it's a genetic trait, a compulsion, or a health issue entirely. Just like us people, we like to be comfy as we lay down to go to sleep, and dogs are very similar. You then have probably spotted your dog doing a spin right before it lays down. When a dog circles around a spot by spinning, it is taking the initiative to fix the spot and make it as comfortable as possible. It is interesting to note that these behaviors might have come from wolves who also did a similar motion. So if you see your dog doing circles, now you know why. A strange happening we can probably guess you've seen is our beloved pets going into the yard and eating grass. It certainly looks weird, and there seems to be something behind it as well. Dogs eating grass might be a behavioral callback to a distant relative. Eating grass might be a cathartic thing for a dog, as it may help clear out bacteria and other foreign bodies due to its fibrous content. However, it's best for you to try and stop your animal, as they could end up with a grass buildup that requires surgery. But what if your dog isn't just eating grass, but is eating something more strange? Its own excrement. We understand that it might look very strange and sometimes even gross. You as a pet owner must be very concerned, but it's nothing to be too worried about. Dogs may eat their own poop for a few reasons. 25% of dogs actually will do this, and the reason that might be is that back in the time of wolves, food might have been scarce, so they would eat their own poop, as to not leave anything behind. Dogs might do it out of fear of negative repercussions, as to hide the evidence from owners. Make sure to keep your dog's space clean, and you'll be able to minimize this. Humans say hello verbally and have many symbols of saying hello, but imagine for a second you don't have any of that. Imagine, however, you have 300 million powerful receptors in your nose. Dogs are peculiar. You've probably seen them sniff each other's butts and wondered why. Well, dogs can tell a lot from sniffing each other like this. It all comes from a survival instinct in them. One simple sniff in a dog can determine if another dog is a friend or a foe, if it's male or female, or even their emotions. Do you talk to your dog? Plenty of owners do, in fact. When talking to your dog, you might have seen them tilt their head, maybe even raise an ear. When a dog does this, it primarily is a way for the dog to amplify the sound that they hear, so that it can hear you better. They usually do this for high-pitched sounds, but some dogs have been known to do this for attention, treats, and love from their owners. But can you blame them? It is pretty cute. Dogs are really like children in many ways, small, hyperactive, and running around all the time. Dogs also do something else small children do. Dogs roll in grass a lot, and while you stand back watching and smiling, I'm sure you've thought about why your 4-legged family member is doing that. The simple answer is they're enjoying themselves. They're having the time of their lives. Grass is soft and smells very good to them, and it's also a plus if there's a dead bug or a dead animal, because dogs absolutely love foul odors. Animals do all sorts of stuff while asleep. Sleep is a vivid experience for mammals, dreams flood our minds, and we can even move around or make noises in our sleep. And if you were wondering about your dog, it's the same exact situation for them too. Dogs will enter the REM sleep cycle just like people, where there is rapid eye movement, which means your dog is in a deep sleep cycle. In their sleep cycles, dogs can even bark or seemingly run in their sleep as well. But don't worry about your pooch, they are just getting the best dog dreams that they can. Our dogs are quirky and lovable. Sometimes they certainly do things that have us dumbfounded, but maybe that is a part of their amazing charm. We hope we're able to help you understand your best friend a little bit better, and as always, have a great one.